Hello everyone, this is Avnish and this is my first video on YouTube. Today wait, before coming to the topic, let me introduce you to myself. I am Avnish Ojha, graduated from Made, Delhi in 2021 to 2025 batch. I have done my graduation in AI and data science, and since then I have been working on as a freelancer for various newspapers, but I recently came to realize that I should use my degree on some productive things and actually utilize the purpose for which I have done my bachelor's in technology. So without wasting any more time, let's get to the point and get to the video. So, is finding jobs in 2026 too difficult? I believe that it's not. Like, it is basically very easy in if you have the right path and if you are making fairly good decisions than the rest of the candidates. Like, for example, 90% of candidates are not ahead of you just because they have better skills. They are ahead of you because they are disciplined and you are not. It's just simple fact. And what separates a candidate from what separates an average candidate from a normal candidate is that an average candidate shows that dedication to prove their work and actually dedicates to it. Like they are not indisciplined or they are not inaccurate about their wordings. They are on their word. They are sharp to it. They are on to it. Basically, it's just the reality. And let's move to the further thing. So, is the job market in 2026 difficult and is it very difficult to crack this? So, if you were to ask me, I am actually also solving these types of problems where I find that I am stuck and other people are solving it really easily. But and that simply concludes that you are not the only one. Everyone feels stuck, and it happens to everywhere. It happens to everyone. Like AI is everywhere. Global remote competition. Degrees alone are not enough. Like what does that mean? What does these three things mean? These three things actually mean that you do not have to have a degree in order to prove your worth to a company or in order to prove your worth to someone. If you have X number of degrees but you don't know how to solve a problem, so why will anyone hire you? There is no point in doing that, right? So you will have to have that skill sets which companies are looking for, which companies are seeking for. What could be those? What are those skill sets? We will talk about that as well, and we will get on to everything, every question which you have for which you have clicked to this video. But let's see what has changed in 2026. Every company is using AI. Skill-based hiring has been drastically increased. Like what used to happen in 2020, 2015 is not happening in 2025. Like things are changed, times are changed. I remember I had a I had a friend of mine whose elder brother got hired on the basis of his degree. Like he just did a bachelor and company picked him since he had basic knowledge of everything, and now he has settled in Bangalore. So there are a lot of people which you might have also been knowing, and but the scenarios have changed. Companies are hiring real talents over just degrees or just certifications. Companies have automated the repetitive tasks. Like if a company wants to build front end of a website, they will just ask different AI assisted things, like for example, uh, Chat GPT and other LLMs. They are just going to automate all these things. So you will have to find a skill which would be irreplaceable. So the reality of AI is that it can write code, analyze data, and generate reports. But the thing is, I tell you, the difference between you and AI is the main difference of AI can't think. Okay, but we are humans. We can think. We can solve problems. We can get deep into the problems, find insights, do blah 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 x number of things which AI can't. AI works on the data which we feed to it, but they don't really think on themselves. But we can think and solve complex problems which AI can't. So if you are an out of the box thinker, if you can prove your worth by by showcasing yourself as an advanced thinker, you are highly valued. HRs are going to love you, and you are going to get recruited super fast, super fast. So, skill category number one, which you have to learn in 2026, is you must learn SQL or whatever you say, SQL or SQL. I call it SQL and Python. Why? Because most of the AI and machine learning works are based on Python and its libraries. Uh, SQL, why SQL? Because you have to work on databases. Everything is data these days. If you can outperform an AI, you are hired. You are hired, my friend. Nothing fancy about that. You will have to master the digital data visualization tools like Power BI, Tableau, and there are lot of guides on YouTube, which I also study these days. You can choose those. Uh, you can opt in for data analyst roles, BI developer, ML engineer roles. Like why data analyst? To be very honest, data analyst roles are super saturated. I have been applying on job portals days and nights. I've been contacting HRs. I've been exploring these roles. Data analyst roles are completely filled. Like you must have 2 to 3 years of experience as a data analyst in order to crack a job, but there is no need to worry about that. You can choose any job which you are being offered, which includes SQL and Python. You can opt in for that, and you can make a switch later. This is the harsh reality. Like you are not going to become a data analyst in a few months of exploring these things, and you have to study the workflow automation things as well. So moving on to, so like if we conclude this category, you have to work on AI and data things. You have to study this. Skill category number two would be cloud and DevOps. DevOps are high in demand. DevOps are like the mothers. I saw it somewhere. Like someone told me that if there is a crack in the code, if the code is busted, and you are sleeping at 2 a.m., you have to wake up and fix everything. So this is how DevOps works. So basically, you have to learn how AWS, Azure, GCP fundamentals, how people work on these things. You have to become a master of it, or if not master, then you have to at least become an intermediate skill set. You have to have that, and you have to understand Docker, CI/CD, or just learn system design basics. These kind of not too fancy things, but you have to invest at least 2 to 3 months in learning all these skills. Moving on to the next category, cybersecurity. This is the most required skill set for 2030. I am telling you, because with the growth of AI, cybersecurity and cybersecurity engineers are going to be huge in demand. Why? Because with AI integrity, there are going to be threats. There is uh, there is going to be a lot of boost in all the threats, and for that reason, companies are going to hire cybersecurity engineers on another level. So, what you need to learn as a cybersecurity engineer? You have to explore the fundamentals first. What is cybersecurity? The different protocols, internet protocols, explore basic ethical hacking tools, and how do you do that? You just go to YouTube or find free courses. There are a lot of available already. You have to understand the security tools, and done. You can start applying for jobs and study as well. You can do both at the same time. So, what is skill category number four is product and UX thinking. So there are a lot of categories apart from just being technical. You can combine your technical skills with design thinking. Like you can understand how products are going on in the company. For example, in Amazon, there are a lot of things which are being done back seat, which we don't really see on the front. We just see the product. So we have to understand what users are wanting, and based on that, the people who are sitting in the back chair shows shows the results to the front, so that people buy it more and more. So you have to acquire that skill as well. But I personally believe that this skill is going to rise a lot. And how can you learn this thing? You can learn this thing by practicing it yourself. It basically requires out of the box thinking and a basic understanding of a user. So I think you can learn these skills by doing this. But it is not all about being technical. You can be non-technical and still earn a lot. Like for example, I also landed a 10 LPA job while I was in the college, but I did not want to go to non-technical. I wanted to stay technical. So I chose to do something else. I chose to freelance for some newspapers instead of going to sales. But this is not the case for everyone, right? You can be having your own personal opinions. You might be good in skill, you might be good in not skilling, you might be good in sales, you might be good in marketing, you might be good in dealing with businesses. There are a lot of varieties of skill sets which include non-technical things. And You can go for tech sales. The revenue driven skills are always valuable. Like these are the things. And what actually gets you hired is you must have those skills, any skills. If you are non-technical, you must have those skills. If you are in sales, you must have sales skills. If you are into business, you must have business skills. If you are into databases, you must know how data works, the data flow, data automation, everything you need to have. And how will you prove that you have those skills? You need to acquire some proofs. How will you build those proofs? You have to make the projects which showcase your actual skills. You must build your GitHub portfolio. A portfolio is a must. Like whenever someone requires, uh, whenever someone needs to see what works have you done, you ought to have a portfolio. And always be active on LinkedIn and network strategically. The sorry, I like tongue twist in this, so kind of get stuck. So these are the things which you have to be visible. You have to connect with people. You have to acquire those skill sets. You have to build projects, and that's the way someone might get interested and hire you. So, what is the step by step roadmap for these things? Just pick one domain of your interest, what you want to do in your life, what you are good at doing, what you are interested in. Go deep for 6 months or 4 months or 8 months, whatever your whatever your skills allow, whatever your instincts say. Like, I will do these things in 4 months, in 8 months. Just go for it. Build a few of build a few projects which will showcase everything from scratch. Like I have done these things in this project, these things in this project, and combine all those things and present it to the recruiter. And you should never stop applying until you land your job. Even after landing a job, you must seek for better opportunities, and you must network every week. Like every weekends, you have to connect with people. You have to know different opportunities from different domains. You have to keep exploring. This is the main thing of this slide. And the final takeaway for the entire video will be: market is not saturated, but the people not putting on their 100% is making them feel that the market is saturated. People like everyone are looking for employees, but they are not looking to pay you for no reason. They are looking to pay you if you get that output out of that. Like for example, like Amir Khan said in his interview, like a man is paid 1,000 rupees only if he is generating a revenue of 10,000, right? So you have to be that revenue guy. You have to make that money for the company if you want to get hired. So this is the main thing of the video, and you have to go deep, build your proof. Like, see, guys, this is my work. This is how what I can do. Prove yourself, prove your worth, and these were the top skills which you need to stand out of the market and stand out of the rat race, and get on top of the chain. And always stay consistent throughout the journey. You will face setbacks. You might face setbacks, not you will, but you might face a few setbacks. You might face rejections, but you have to stay consistent. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was worth it, and I hope I was able to explain my point. And I want to connect with you guys on LinkedIn. So below is my LinkedIn in the description. Please feel free to connect. Let's network together. Let's build together, and let's see how it goes. Peace.